Yes, good morning everyone. I'm Srilekha, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. It gives me an immense pleasure to greet our ever encouraging principal, Dr. K. Chennakeshavalu, and very supportive HOD, Dr. M.S. Nagarajagupta, resource person of this event, my professor and guide, Dr. N.T. Manjunath, HODs of various departments, faculty members, and my dear students. For today's webinar, on occasion of World Environmental Day 2021. This day is celebrated on June 5th every year with different themes. For this year, the theme of Environmental Day is ecosystem restoration, which means preventing, halting, and reversing this damage. I mean, to go from exploiting nature to healing it. On this day, let us all commit towards giving our coming generation a healthier and happier environment to have a beautiful life. And now I request our HOD, Dr. M.S. Nagaraj Gupta, to welcome the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, one and all present online. Respected Principal Sir, Dr. K. Chennakeshavalu, and Chief Guest of the day, Dr. N.T. Manjunath Sir, and other dignitaries online. So today we are gathered here to celebrate the World Environmental Day 2021. See, this Environment Day has started from 1974. See, what is the importance of this Environment Day is to discuss and talk about the environmental issues today we are facing. Okay? See, like global warming, okay? Then water droughts, okay? Then glacier will be dissolving. Okay? All those problems are there. Okay? See, to discuss these issues, okay? Every year we are celebrating this Environment Day on June 5th. Okay? 5th June we are supposed to celebrate, okay? But today we are celebrating. Okay? See, on this occasion, I am very much happy to give a welcome note. Okay? It is very much required to welcome all the guests and the dignitaries. Okay? See, in absentia, I would like to welcome our chairman, Madam Srimati Rashmi Ravikiran, Madam, our secretary, Sir, Sri Tejas Kiran, Sir, our director admissions, Dr. B. Purushottam, Sir. In their absentia, I welcome them. And today we have requested Dr. N.T. Manjunath, Sir, who is the professor of UBDT College. He retired as a professor from that college, and now Sir is the chairman for BOS of UBDT. It is a autonomous body there. Then see, we are. I welcome. See, when we requested Sir, without saying no, Sir accepted, and Sir is here. I wholeheartedly welcome Sir on behalf of the college and on behalf of the department and on behalf of my own. Okay? I welcome you, Sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
See, for every program, when we request our principal, Sir, say don't say no. Okay? Always he will say, go forward, and I will encourage. Okay? For every program, he will be doing like that. Okay? And say, I welcome you, Sir, on this occasion also. You have agreed and encouraged us to do this program. I welcome you, Sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I welcome all the HODs who are present online, and I welcome all the faculty members who are online. And finally, I would like to welcome all the student friends who are online. This Environment Day is very important because each and every one of us is part of this environment, and each and every one of us are responsible for the decay of the environment. Okay? That is also there. Okay? And that's why it is our responsibility to restore that. Okay? That's why the theme for this Environment Day is restoration of ecology. Okay? Restoration of ecology for this year. I thank the organizer Sridevi Madam for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. And Sir Manjunath Sir and Principal Sir will explain in detail about this Environment Day. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I just wanted to add Principal Sir to address the gathering. Sir, please.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. Very good morning to one and all.
Good morning,
Respected
sir.
today's chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. N.T. Manjunath sir, Professor and former Chairman, BOS in Civil Engineering, UBTT, Davangere, Karnataka. Respected Srimati Rasmi Ravikiran Madam, Chairman, East West Group of Institutions, Secretary, Tejas Kiran sir, East West Group, Dr. Purushottam, Director, Admissions, Dr. Nagaraj Gupta, Professor, Civil Engineering Department, Professor Sridevi Madam, all faculty members, participants, my dear students, Civil Engineering, especially ladies and gentlemen. By remembering our founder chairman, C.M. Nagaraj, and always used to remember 4D principles: discipline, dedication, determination, and the diversity. And also, once again, remembering our former chairman, C.N. Ravikiran sir, and also his 4C principles: conduct, confidence, change, and challenge. By these words, everybody will adopt 4Ds and 4Cs. Definitely, students and faculty, anybody definitely will come up, no doubt. And with the encouragement of present chairman and secretary, definitely I am happy that the Department of Civil Engineering, through departmental association, organizing number of programs like this. Not only celebration of this Environmental Day or another programs, they are conducting, I know it's number of programs like seminars, webinars, workshops, symposiums, hands-on training, project exhibitions, material exhibitions, all these, work, that is, you can say, through department association, they are conducting number of programs like this. Apart from the academics, definitely this is for the students and also the faculty members. So recently, I think they are conducted faculty development program and also student development programs, career guidance programs, pre-placement training programs. These are very important for the, especially for the students and faculty. So at this point of time, so learning is very important. So therefore, transformation of the knowledge also very important. And skill enhancement programs, skill enhancement. Skills are required now. Academics is one side, other than syllabus, like other than curriculum. You can say the skill enrichment programs, all this, what I told just now. That means the department is filling the gap between the industry and the academia. That is a very, very important. I think majority of the this one companies. So that is why this hands-on training, especially in this pandemic situation, they are conducting really is wonderful. And I request all the students, especially, they have to attend. Attendance is very important. Of course, the department is conducting organized number of programs, but the students should attend. They have to utilize all these programs. It may be a webinar or seminar, what I told just now. Because knowledge transformation, skill enrichment is very important. The students should learn all these things. Now, this pandemic situation, pandemic is very important. The plenty of time is available. So, my dear student friends, so please learn. Please be always busy. Learning component is very important. Busy and collect all the materials and do work, hard work. That is very, very important now. At the same time, so definitely my students are attending almost all the programs, all the days. The Civil Engineering Department organizing. It may be a World Water Day or International Women's Day or maybe a Earth Day or maybe Environmental Day. The students should know the significance of these days. That is very, very important. Why you are organizing these days? Why you are celebrating? Students should know. Because this Environment Day is World Environment Day is very important day. Our surrounding, our area, our cleanliness is very important. Even you can control the pandemic, the corona, by keeping your environment, your surroundings clean and neat. So like the cleanliness, not only the hands, not only your mouth, by wearing mask, by maintaining distance. Always, wherever you are, if you are clean, then that is the environment is clean. Then automatically So definitely it is useful for you. You can avoid. So there is no question of pandemic or some corona or nothing. I can say cleanliness is important. You have to protect this environment, protect for the future generation. This this environment day. And my request to faculty or my students, please plant a plant for every day. It may be a birthday or maybe any other day, birthday or any engineer's day or celebration teacher's day. Any day, please plant a plant. So in your home or in your house or nearby or in any field, anywhere, that is very important. It protects the environment, give clean air. That is very important. The oxygen is see how important now. The oxygen is less than 95, definitely it's dangerous. Less than 80, 50, so dangerous. We have to go for oxygen, oxygen, then you have to go for the ICU, that is ventilator. Ventilator also giving oxygen directly to the lungs. So all this is very important. That is why we have to protect for the future generation. My dear students, faculty, please, this is very important. Trees are very important. You have the tree, always plant a plant. That is plant a tree. So like this, I don't want to take much time. Professor NT Manjunath sir is waiting, our chief guest waiting to deliver this one topic, that is World Environment Day. So definitely once again welcome you, sir. I'm happy that you are so participating in this this one, and you are the correct this one, I can say, the professor to address our students and also the faculty about this Environmental Day. So definitely once again I am thankful to the Department of Civil Engineering and also for even our students, participants, etc. So definitely learning is important. Number of times I told you, please learn anything and everything. Please listen first. What guest is saying, what chief guest or guest is saying. Want to so definitely by listening, by interacting with the chief guest, with the learners, with the higher authorities, or I can say with the learners, definitely can learn so many things. Still, I am lifelong learner. I am learning so many things. Like the students can learn so many things. So every day have to be busy. So like that, if you move, definitely your life will be very happy. Definitely, always I insist to for Swachh Bharat, cleanliness, Clean India movement. Our Prime Minister started Clean India movement, Swachh Bharat. So like that, we will move forward. Definitely, we are protecting the environment. We have to protect the environment for the future generation. So like this, we'll move. Definitely, I'm happy that the Department of Civil Engineering organizing these type of programs. It's very useful for the future generation, for the students, even for the faculty members. So thank you very much, Professor and other faculty members of Civil Engineering Department, and also management for giving me the opportunity to say a few words with of you. Thank you. All the best. Over to Sridevi.
Thank you, sir. Yes, now Ms. Usha KM is now going to introduce our resource person to the forum. Usha, take over, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. It's my privilege to introduce our today's speaker, Dr. N.T. Manjunath. He has served for 36 years at University BDT College of Engineering, Davangere. Now he is in Bangalore after attaining superannuation and was holding additional in charge as director, Center for Environmental Science, Engineering and Technology in the same institute. After completing BE in Civil Engineering from Karnataka University in 1981, he did his BE in Environmental Engineering in 1988 from IIT Roorkee and obtained PhD in 1997 from the same institute. He has put up with more than 39 years of teaching, research, consultancy, and administrative experience. Doctor has guided 18 plus research scholars. He has published more than 80 plus papers in national, international journals, and also in conference and workshops. As a resource person, he has delivered many technical talks in CEP program organized by various technical institutes, sponsored by ICT, ISTE universities, etc. As a principal investigator, Doctor has successfully completed many projects sponsored by AICTE, KSBCB, FEE, etc. As an organizing secretary, he has successfully organized national conferences, short-term courses, workshops, awareness programs on environmental engineering, sponsored by AICTE, REDED, Government of Karnataka, Government Rajya Vignana Parishad, TechWeb, Kuvempu University, etc. As a consultant, he has designed water and wastewater treatment plants, underground drainage system for many industries and district administration. Doctor was the chairman and the member of BOS, BOE of various universities. He worked as a chairman for syllabus structuring, Committee for Assistant Conservator of Forest of Government of Karnataka. He has worked as an expert committee member of AICTE for recognition of engineering college in the country. He also worked as a member of the editorial board Kannada Ganaka Ghosha for Government of Karnataka. His organizational potential includes he served as a honorary secretary IEI Davangere Local Center. He has successfully organized Kuvempu Sahitya Chintana workshop funded by Kuvempu University. He was also founder chairman of Karnataka Sangha at KLE College of Engineering in 1982. Many of his articles in Kannada on environmental related issues are published in leading Karnataka dailies, Air Bhadravati, Air Dharwad, has broadcasted many of his speeches in Kannada on environmental issues. DD1 Bangalore has live telecasted his interview covering deterioration of environmental quality and remedies. So, this is a brief introduction about our speaker. Here we have a wonderful personality with us today, Dr. N.T. Manjunath. So, I welcome once again you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
madam.
Usha.
Thank you.
Now I request our beloved professor, Dr. N.T. Manjunath sir, to take up the session. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good morning and early good afternoon to all. I'm very happy to be amongst you all for this webinar on the Environmental Day celebration arranged by East West Institute. At the outset, I would like to thank the principal sir and Gupta ji, head of the Department of Civil Engineering, and my good student Sri Devi, and the management person for giving me this opportunity to share my feelings on this Environmental Day. To begin with, I can say the principal has lessened my burden. Really, I am very happy to know that principal sir has covered many aspects, importance of planting of trees, and very current topic of Swachh Bharat Andolan, and very essential, very need for keeping our environment very clean. And also, he has emphasized the need for continuous learning. That is very important. My student friends and the colleagues present here, I would like to emphasize and very happy to know that principal himself, he confirmed that he is in the process of learning. That is really a very great quality of the principal, and that is the need of the day. In the present context of changing technology and improving of technology and various very conflicts we are facing in the education field as well as a social aspect, it is very much needed to be in the learning process and attending the seminars, webinars. And with the support of the principal management, HOD sir is also conducting World Water Day, many faculty development program. I am very happy to know the activities of East West Institute. And of course, I am very happy to say that about 1.5, 2 years back, 2 years back, I also attended one conference at the same institute, and I was really wondered a very good organization and a way the department has conducted the activities. Friends, with this introduction, I would like to share my thoughts on the environment, especially this year's theme, the ecology restoration. And of course, many of the students present here, whether you are interested or not, I am very sure you have undergone this environmental course. I maybe including me when I was a BOS member, we thought that why this AICTE and VTU are compelling to learn in environmental science, Constitution of India, Kannada, English, so many things like that. No, I don't want to deviate from the subject. They are very essential, especially environmental engineering, which is part and parcel of our say life. Of course, one may think that we are facing the poverty, we are facing the pandemic disease like COVID, and we are losing the lives. Terrorism is there. What is in this context and this background? How the environmental cleanliness will play an important, how the ecology and nature will play an importance in this background. Friends, I will tell you, whether it's a poverty or agricultural activity or unemployment or whatever it is, all these activities are directly connected to ecology and nature. This is an ecological chain. If something goes wrong in this chain, surely this, whatever we are facing today, principal also covered the greenhouse gases, climate change, global warming, and so many things. Really, these issues are to be addressed on a priority basis. All these issues and ecology plays a very keynote role in deterioration of water quality, reduction or underground water sources going down, or climate change, weather forecasting, and everything. So I feel that ecology, a restoration is the need of the day. With this introduction, I would like to go for a slide sharing. Anyhow, to some extent, HOD as well as the principal sir has told why to celebrate these days. Of course, friends, we are celebrating, as the principal told, that the Earth Day we are celebrating, Water Day we are celebrating. Incidentally, I would like to remind all present in this webinar, today, incidentally, even though the institute is celebrating World Environmental Day, on this day, instead of 5th June, this day is also very significant. Today is the World's Ocean Day. Friends, I would like to remind, today is the World's Ocean Day. And ocean, its resources, fish culturing, boating, navigation, and contributing economy to the country. Really, I don't know where to emphasize. Anyhow, one thing I can assure, environmental topic, environmental aspects to discuss, explain, a lot of time is required. Each and every subject, whether it's a global warming, artificial, organic fertilizers, or it is a climate change, or tree planting, deforestation, Swachh Bharat, each and every topic is to be spoken and discussed and debated for, of course, I can say days together. But coordinator and my student, Devi, reminded me, sir, you have to speak only for 30 minutes, 40 minutes slide. And a plus or minus. Don't worry, even though I am a teacher, I will not wait for bell to ring. I will, and I asked her whenever in the webinar, the participant lose the interest, when you will feel, chat me a message, I will stop like that. So friends, we are celebrating Water Day, Ozone Day, Forest Day, Oceans Day. Of course, we are celebrating also Children's Day, national festivals, along with the Valentine's Day. No, why I remembered a Valentine's Day, younger generation present in this group. Now, you know that you'll appreciate what is the importance of involving yourself in a Valentine's Day. In the same spirit, you have to involve in a national festivals as well as the Environmental Day. With this introduction, I will go for a slide share. Please bear with me. So once again, I am very thankful to Usha, who spoke very good words about me. And now after superannuation, I have settled at Bangalore and involving myself in seminars or webinars. And also presently, even after superannuation, I am a AICT expert committee member. Now, dates and themes. This World Environmental Day, depending upon the priority, as this year it is ecology restoration, which is the need of the day and which is interconnected and having a good chain link with all our activities today. Each and every day we will be, they will be declaring a theme. First theme was only one Earth. From 1974, as your HOD quoted, we are celebrating as per the UNEP programs, environmental program, United Nations has declared, and we were having a plastic menace, water pollution, ocean pollution, noise pollution, and so many things. Now, let me not talk much because today it is the communication age or a Google day. A Google age it is, you can get so many things like that. But when these days are celebrated in an institute or at a global level or at a administrative level by a DC office or say forest department, water resources department, at least the persons involved in that department, in that institute, they will be enlightened, and at least 1% of that community will be made to think about any occasion. Now this, before going for ecological restoration, just I would like to throw light on this ecosystem. Now we are part and parcel of the ecosystem, friends. Now all living and non-living things on this earth, they are the part of an ecosystem. Even you, me, all living beings, whether fishes, birds, animals, and all living beings, not only living beings as well as non-living things. Now, whether it is a water, I will not say that water is purely a non-living thing. It is a living thing to some extent. Whether the water, plants, soils, mountains, everything, even including a noise. That is why physical and chemical environment, as well as all the living beings, are the part of ecosystem. That is why it is a need that you should have a better interaction with soil, better interaction with noise. It should not be noise, it should be sound. And I know that what is the difference between a sound and a noise. You should have a better interaction with forest ecosystem, where it consists of wild animals, various diverse species, plants. And you should know that if something goes wrong with a forest, that is a deforestation, silting of the ponds, erosion of the soil, and so many other things like that. Therefore, a good interaction between living and non-living things, which forms an ecosystem, plays a very important role in our survival. And then what the ecosystem gives us, you see, it gives a food and water for us. Now, many people will talk, and the other day when I was discussing 2 months back on some occasion, they were telling, let us bother about a food and water. Let us address the issues of water scarcity and food scarcity. Why you are bothering and emphasizing about environment? Friends, earlier, our ancestors were never felt the shortage of food and water. Today, we are in the scarcity zone, not the stress. Water stress is different, friends. Water scarcity is different. And I will tell you, one survey shows very clearly, by 2025 and 30, almost 50% of the world's population will be facing a shortage of water. Therefore, ecology or nature, it will provide some food and water free of cost and regulates the climate. When the rain has to occur, when the winter has to enter, and when the summer should be, these climatic changes will be controlled and regulated and monitored by the ecological setup. Maintenance of the soil formation and fertility, especially water holding capacity of this soil, which is especially in agricultural fields, it plays an important role. If the water holding capacity is not retained, you will not get a good yield. So that is why the natural pests, which are farmers friendly, will be there in the soil, they will take care. But in these days, in the name of the green revolution, what we have done is we are going for a so-called chemical fertilizer. These chemical fertilizers not only kill the pests, which are harmful for a farmer, but they will also kill the pests which are friendly to the farmer. That is why in these days, you may be knowing that at least all the seniors present, including the principals, HOD, and other faculties, we are shifting towards the organic farming and a natural pest control. So you have got organic Gramina shops from where you have to purchase vegetables which are grown by using organic fertilizer. Maintenance of biochemical cycles. We have got a hydro cycle, which explains how the rain will come. And we have got a nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle. These nitrogen and carbon are a organic material. These materials quantity in the universe is constant. You cannot create and you cannot destroy. But these human activities and we, because that we were raping the nature, I can say that, sorry for using this word, we should not that we are misusing the nature. Those words have gone already. 5 years, 10 years back only gone. Now we are in the stage that we are not misutilizing, we are really doing something to the nature. And these biochemical cycles, a carbon quantity is reducing, and then ponds are getting silted, eutrophicated, and so many things. Help in waste removal and detoxification. When the air pollution occurs, whatever the microbes are there which are disease causing, so those microbes will be taken care by the ecological setup. Therefore, it removes the waste removal and detoxification. Whatever the human being friendly microorganisms are there in the water, when you will discharge your wastewater, whether it is from the households or from the industries, when you will discharge into a water bodies, surely the part of ecological system, these creatures are living thing, will take care of self-purification. But the self-purification in these days has exhausted because we are overloading the water bodies. Anyhow, it controls the pests and diseases. This disease, and I'm not an authority to talk about a COVID-19, but I can say that any flu earlier occurred, or say any pandemic, endemic diseases occurred, it is due to an ecological imbalance. That is why the threat is life on Earth, including we, would be impossible without the help of ecosystem. Because this sentence is emphasized already, it gives food and water, it monitors the climate, it detoxifies, etc., etc. That is why without ecosystem, our survival is not possible. We human beings are taking nature and ecosystem for granted. Oh, it is a free, water is free of cost, air is free of cost, land is free of cost. Why you should be thankful to the nature? Why you should be thankful to ecological aspects? No, we are taken for granted. Whatever if you taken for granted, it is not admissible, it is unwarranted. If you take for granted, examination will come and go. And if you take for granted, we are escaping from the examination because of the COVID. Friends, students, friends present in the webinar, I will tell you, you will be the loser. Of course, because of the COVID, it is a policy matter. VTU has, anyhow, it is dismissed the examination based on certain aspect. They are awarding the grades and so many things. No, I am not against that. But if you take it for granted that you are leasoned, no. That is not good, because when you are facing actual life after your degree, for employment, surely you have to pay. That is why students, please, I am advising, irrespective of the policies of the university or AICT or government or education secretariat, please be in touch with all the academic matters. We take from them whatever we want without worrying about the costs or repayment. No, you have to repayment. Whether you are using an energy resource, forest resource, water resource, you have to repay it. So I will tell you how you can repay like that. Therefore, these threats are there because of your attitude and my attitude. It is taken for granted, and say we are not worrying that what happens to the nature if you are overloading or exploiting. So that is a threat. Now you can see that there is an urgent need for restoration of ecology, which is nothing but all living beings and non-living things. We are consuming a natural resources. Forest, water, air, anything like that, any natural material, especially energy. Energy, of course, we are shifting towards a non-conventional energy source rather than conventional hydro or thermal or whatever it is. We are shifting towards wind energy, solar energy, like that. So natural resources at a rate much higher than that which nature can regenerate them. This word I would like to emphasize. If at all you want to enjoy your life, financially, you should have some balance in your bank account. If there is no amount or a money in your balance account, how you will withdraw? Or you should plan your life in such a fashion that how much income is there, how much you are saving in a bank, and how much you can withdraw. If something goes wrong in that, you will be moving towards poverty. The same meaning is that you are using or consuming a resources in such a fashion that there is nature cannot regenerate them. What happens to a bank balance if you consume say without any regeneration? You have to go for a loans. You have to go for a loans, and then you will go. Then you'll be moving for poverty in the days to come. It should not happen. Same thing is happening. We are consuming a natural resources in a rate which is not regenerated by the nature. Actually, nature has got a regeneration capacity. Thank God. Or if you are not believer of a God, it is some unknown creation. Say it is taking care. We are also creating waste and pollution. Industries are needed. Vehicles are needed. We have to produce a noise. We have to produce a wastewater. Everything is there, but it should be treated and disposed into a water body. See, that is the thing. We are not doing that. That is why we are facing all these this thing. So now you can ask me the question, Professor. You are talking so much. You have covered many aspects of benefits of ecology and where the environment deterioration level is there. Now, so many people always, when we will be giving a talk, they will be feeling, no, these environmentalists are against for a development. They don't want trees to be cutted. They don't want the power plants to come up. They are advocating environmental crisis and avoiding. Also, of course, for Medha Patkar also, this blame came. Now she gone for a dam survival, and Bahuguna we lost very recently. He gone for Chipko movement. All these people, the public who are not aware of environmental importance, they will be blaming them. These are pseudo environmentalists. They don't want development at all. Friends, it is not like that. They are really worried for environment. But only the thing is, it is the age of pseudo-environmentalist also. Because of, and I don't want to talk whether the people will say that foreign money will come, a nation should not develop. They are funding these pseudo-environmentalists who are opposing this tree cutting, who are opposing the dams, who are opposing the energy projects like that. Let it be, that is another side. But as a growing generation, the students community present in the webinar, you should see that it is not doomsday propaganda. What we are telling, this ecology is under threat, is not a doomsday adagology kate alla idu. It is really a fact. How it is really a fact? Now you can refer all these things. United Nations Environmental Program, they are publishing yearly reports, monthly report, half-yearly report. World Watch Institute at US is publishing many reports. And worldwide wildlife, they are also bringing out the report. And the Center for Science and Environment, New Delhi, India, they are bringing the report. And I feel and I advocate and I will suggest Civil Engineering Department and the principal sir of the institute, if possible, these periodicals and monthly or half-yearly magazines, if it could be stored, even though they are not technical magazine, they are supportive magazine in your library, that is better. And another important report is International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. It talks much about the ecology. That is very much needed. So that is why facts are that many of these issues are covered by the principal sir. So he has told that whatever it is, global warming he has touched, and then oceans and coastal areas plays a very important role today. And incidentally, today what you are celebrating Environmental Day, it is not the odd day. Today is the World's Ocean Day, and we have got acid rain. Because of industrialization, emission of especially thermal power plants, we are emitting a sulfur dioxide into atmosphere. Therefore, we are expecting acid rain. Already, we have experienced acid rain in industrial areas of New Delhi as well as in Bombay. There is a great threat to ozone layer. You know the importance of ozone layer. Whatever this ultraviolet rays from the sun, you have got in different light bands. So these ultraviolet rays, infrared radiation, visible radiation like that, ultraviolet rays should not enter into our atmosphere. If it enters, no, it is a very severe skin burns, so many things like that. So anyhow, ozone dye will be there in the September. So we are taking a precautions to arrest emission of this sulfur dioxide, especially whatever the advancement of life, so-called social status and a living standard. When we have shifted ourselves into a refrigerator, this ozone layer damage intensified. In the same fashion, this is a global warming and climate change. Everybody knows Earth's temperature is increasing. Because of the increase in temperature, ice will melt and will join the sea. Sea water level will increase. Therefore, coastal areas will be submerged like that. Friends, I am very proud to say that Quality Improvement Program Center of IIT Roorkee, then University of Roorkee, when I was doing PhD, they have published a book on global warming and climate change authored by me. And then I tried to convert into a Kannada so that it is under publication. Sanitation, you know that I was telling that 50% of the community is not covered under sanitation. Still, we have got an open defecation system. It is very bad. Gandhiji propagated the sanitation system. Now our Prime Minister has taken up. Sorry, the participant here should not feel that I am Modi for, I am BJP for. No. Whatever the good things are there, we are taking up. Now the Modi is advocating Swachh Bharat Andolan, and he has taken up the construction of toilets. Of course, selling of the toilets, construction of the toilet in a diverse community of India, it is not a joke. Anyhow, the Prime Minister is doing a good work like that. Population deforestation will lead to a soil erosion. Soil erosion, when the rain falls, it will take along with it, and silting of the ponds, lakes, rivers is taking place. So degradation of soil is there, extinction of the species, that is what we call biological diversity. You know that living in a Bangalore, what is the effect of urbanization, whatever the crime rate is there, whatever the air pollution rate is there, whatever the traffic jam is there, so many things are there, friend. So these are the facts. That is why it is a need for ecology restoration. In this aspect, before going for that, what are the measures taken at the central level or as a policy matter, and what you can do? I will tell you that ecological footprint. How we will measure the poverty? Below this percentage of people are less than this income, that is a poverty. How we will measure the water scarcity? 1/3 of the population is not getting the water. You are also feeling that we are not getting the Kaveri water. Water is not available like this. How you will feel the noise pollution? Noise has increased so much decibel. It is irritating like that. How you will measure that ecology is spoiled? How you will think that ecology is to be restored? That is why I would like to define for your information ecological footprint. Please try to concentrate for next 5 to 10 minutes at least. I will be emphasizing ecological footprint, which is the word coined and is very suitable to learn and understand before restoration of ecology. Ecological footprint is the amount of biologically productive land and sea area. It is the productive, biologically productive land and sea area required to sustain indefinitely an entity such as a person. It is required for a survival of a person, also survival of a city population, also survival of the country. It counts for the energy, food, water, and materials that the entity consumes and the waste that creates. So we want not only the shelter. Friends, I would like to, based on this slide, whatever the words quoted, I want to simplify it, and I want to see that you will be digesting this ecological footprint. You have got a house constructed in 40-60, or you say you are residing in some bungalow, or it is 20-30 site, or president is living in such a presidential palace, whatever it is, Ambani is living in a very... Is it that living in a 10-bedroom house, 2-bedroom house is sufficient for comfort? No. You require AC, you require fans, you want to run a mixie, a generators, you want to put on the light, you want to see the TV for entertainment. From where the energy comes? Energy is produced outside your house. That is why, what is the cost of producing energy required for you? See, that is very much important. To produce an energy required for you in person or for a city or for a community, how much money is required, how much water resources is required if it is hydro energy, how much should be the speed of a wind if you are going for a wind energy, if at all you want to harvest a solar energy, what should be the intensity of them. These costs should be added. And you require a water for drinking, bathing. It is not generated in your house. See, that is also comes from rivers and many other things. That is why you require an energy, you require clothing, you require food. Food you cannot grow in your house or the garden in front of your house. It is to be grown in agricultural field. Therefore, equivalent agricultural field required. Equivalent materials required to produce an energy. Equivalent materials required to gain the water or access to the water you require. So water, energy, food, entertainment sources, everything whatever you require, the cost of that and the source of that, everything. So that is what will measure the ecological footprints. Ecological footprint is something, it is biologically productive land and a sea area required to sustain indefinitely, not today. We have to leave this environment to the future generation. Don't bother about me and principal and HOD. To some extent, your coordinator of this course, Sridevi madam, don't bother about us. What happens after 20 years or 30 years? When you got in a ripe age of 35, 40 years with a sufficient money in your hand to go for a tourism and to enjoy the life. At that time, your ecology should be preserved. Therefore, indefinitely, an entity, you can understand that. It is a unique, such as a person, cities, population, and country. Food, water, materials, everything. So what is the ecological footprint now? What is the ecological footprint? How much we are overusing this ecology? It is more than 1.5 times. Your understanding, I think. You have to use a 100 rupees note by borrowing or by making a loan. You are enjoying the life with 150 rupees. But you know that life strategy should be whatever you will earn, you should save that money. Some of the portion should save for a next time, whenever it is a critical, and then you have to plan your activity. But friends, ecological footprint, whatever the reports of UNEP, WWF, or IUCN, they are telling, ecological footprint is 1.5. It is as good as your income is 100 rupees, you are borrowing a loan of 50 rupees, 150 rupees is you are spending. It is not sustainable for a long time. You are throwing your next generation or your kids, your wife onto the street. If you go on taking a loan like this and then enjoying the today's life without saving, surely you are throwing your family and the next generation into that. It is as good as you are using all the natural resources in first 6 months. Natural resources should be utilized for 12 months of a year. Nature is having so much regeneration capacity. It has provided the natural resources to consume for 12 months of a year conveniently. But you are using all those natural resources in a 6 months. What happens to the next 6 months? It is a scarcity. That is what we call footprint is 1.5. That is why we are overburdening the ecology or nature or an environment. We are misutilizing it. Really, it is unwarranted. It is a time now we have to restore the ecology. That is why I was telling, some people will raise an objection. Oh, these pseudo-environmentalists, they should bother about a China war, or say they should bother about the local conflicts, terrorism, food crisis, poverty, inequalities, reservation policies, economy, financial crisis, emergence of the new diseases. You talk about COVID-19 solution for that, remedies for that. Why you are talking about ecology? Friends, ecology and occurrence of the diseases, economy of the nation is not different. Because of the diseases, because of the dealing of the ecological chain, our economy is going down. Why that? If the agriculture production comes down, economy will go down. If the fishing industry is under threat, economy will come down. If the industries cannot be open, economy will come down. Poverty is due to unemployment. When the unemployment, you cannot provide the employment to the community. When you cannot provide, no industries are coming up. Why the industries are not coming up? You are already exhausted the natural resources. A coal is under the extinction now. If you are go on doing like this, no, poverty will be there. That is why poverty, economy, financial crisis, they are not different. They are a part and parcel of an economy. It is as good as like that. I would like to give one small, a 30-second story. There is a relationship between reduction of the tigers and the lions number to the reduction of underground water level. Subsurface water level or water level in the bore wells is going down. It is because of the lessening of lions and tigers number. You may be astonished or you may be laughing. What is the relationship between lions number and the tigers death, extinction and reduction in the groundwater level? Surely, friend, that is a ecological chain. If the lion numbers goes down, tigers numbers goes down, it is a food pyramid that these animals should eat the deer. These animals should eat the deer. That is their food. Don't be under mercy. It is a food chain. It is a food chain. Lions and tigers should eat the deers. And when the deers are increasing because lions and tigers are lessening, these deers will eating the grass in a very, very, very unpredicted way, unwarranted way. When the grass quantity on the land is decreasing, water holding capacity or infiltration water is decreasing, soil erosion is taking place. Therefore, we are getting, it is a one, of course, because of the noise pollution, population is increasing, because of the lion decreasing, something is increasing. It is all ecological. It is not a time to talk about ecological chain and relation to poverty and economy. Just I given a clue. All these materials are available. I told that it is a Google age. Google age, you can get everything whatever. If you are especially engineering student, you should be alert. Anybody, as an environment is not for engineering students only, it is for everybody. You should be cautious. Anyhow, what are the control measures? Friends, I will come to the control measures. The control measures after understanding that where we are, what is the threat, in what way we are facing a threat, what is ecological footprint. In ecological footprint, already we are 1.5 times. It is predicted that by 2030 it will be 2 times. You are getting, in 3 months everything will be exhausted. In 12 months, whatever you have to use, in 3 months it is exhausted. That is what may happen. Now, therefore, it is a time to take a measures. That is why control measures are there. We have got a control measures as a policy, control measures as an awareness, and your role. I will come back to that. What you can do, like environmental laws. First thing is, we are bounded by rules and regulations and laws. We have got Water Protection Act. We have got Wildlife Act, and you should not encroach and you should not hunt the species in extinction like that. And we have got a Forest Protection Act, and you are not allowed to go into forest and cut the trees as you like. Fisheries are there. Fisheries Act says that you should not use a motor boat after a certain distance from the shore to catch the fine fishes or a core fishes. Friends, I would like to say that fishing is an industry. Agriculture is an industry. Fishing is giving an income to the nation. It is contributing to the nation. It is a third parameter which is responsible for maybe you may be aware because of the COVID. Because of the COVID, you may be aware. Jokes are coming in the WhatsApp. drunkards are responsible for economy of the country. If the drinking is stopped, I mean hot drinks or whatever it is, economy will goes down. No, maybe in the later sense it may be. I may not advocate that, but fisheries, fishing, and income what the nation is earning due to fishing and exporting of the fishes and exporting of the meat to the foreign country. You remember when I was doing a PhD, my PhD on the slaughterhouse wastewater treatment. In the Safdarjung slaughterhouse in Delhi, at that time in 1995, 12,000 sheep are used to be slaughtered every day. I'm very sorry to tell this numerical, 12,000 sheep every day. It is mission slaughtered and it is exported to Middle East. And it was also contributing income. Of course, it is not a time to advocate vegetarian food or non-vegetarian food. Fishing, I am telling you, it is such an industry, it increases the economy. Now that is why we have got a fishing control, controlled fishing, Forest Act, Wildlife Act, coastal regulations to avoid the coastal erosion and to encourage the navigation and shipping and water recreation. You may be knowing water recreation. Younger generation, you are going for beaches, swimming, not only swimming and various sports in the ocean like that. We have got a coastal regulation. We have got a hazardous waste management, medical waste management, and so many things. I would like to emphasize that with 18 PhDs I have guided, including a MSc Engineering by research, all these things we have covered. Reusing and recycling of wastewater for irrigation, a coastal regulations where the sea and river are meeting, and we talked about a fisheries, hazardous and a medical waste management like that. But friends, you know that rules and regulations are there until you have got a awareness. You have got some concern toward those things. What it is happening? Government is bombarding in the media from last 1.5 years. Use the mask, maintain the social distance, use the sanitizer, don't go in groups. Rules are there. Disaster Management Act is in, it is implemented. No rules and regulation until we people, we will understand the importance of these things. Now COVID will be there or anything will be there. Environmental protection is not possible only with the laws. Judiciary is not sufficient. These rules and regulations are existing from 1957. Hunting is taking place, continuously taking place. Motor boating is there. Just like a COVID is a good example. We are in a position that public is not, and when you will talk about a public, the community or a media will say that, oh, India is a diversified public, the illiterates are there, that is why it is happening. Friends, not it is illiterate. One example, not to hurt anybody. Persons moving in a BMW, they are violating these rules. Where is the illiteracy lie? Anyhow, I am telling you, these laws are in a lax. In the sense, it may not be because rules are often seen as impediments to rapid economic growth. Complete lockdown ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, if you lock down for this, what happens to the street vendors? What happens to the hoteliers? What happens to the business? How to live and what will be the economy? Because that impediment of the economic growth, we are fearing and we are not able to implement. If you don't go for a mining, if you do in the name of the environmental protection, if you don't go for a industries thinking that industrial water, wastewater will pollute the environment, how to provide a employment, what is the economy? It is like that. Because of all these things, of course, we will agree. We are not environmentalists, are not against for development. We want development, not development on the glory of environment. You should not build the Taj Mahal on the glory of environment. It is sustainable development. Okay, sustainable development, environmental impact assessment is the other important subject to be discussed and debated. Constitutional provision, leave about these laws. Constitutional provision is you have got a right to live comfortably. You have got a right to live comfortably without noise. You have the right to live by receiving a good water. What next? So conservation summit protocols are there. A Montreal protocol took place to control carbon emissions and so many things. So apart from these laws, friends, you have to go for environmental education. That is what ASCT has introduced, one subject in environment. It is to be introduced and it is under progress at all the levels. Environmental education education is to be introduced. Without an environmental education, don't tag the introduction of environmental education to the saffron party. No, it is a very bad habit. You should not tag it. Environmental education is part and parcel of your life, your survival. Awareness is needed. Awareness among the educated community is needed, not among the uneducated community. Environmental literacy. Literacy rate you'll talk, no? How many members can write, can read? Now I am not talking about that literacy. Environmental literacy. How much you understood, what is your knowledge about forest, soil, water, noise, air. So environmental ethics are needed. So these are at a government level, policy level, laws, constitutional provisions, what one can do by creating an education, communities or NGOs go for awareness. What is your role? What one can do, say, as a citizen, say what you can do in this one. Exactly, friends, it is already 12:30. It is touching. In 5-10 minutes, I will be closing my tank. Don't get it. Already it is 12:30. It is almost 45 minutes. Okay. Anyhow, after emphasizing and after inducing something in your mind, what you can contribute for restoration or protection of the environment, I will stop. My Principal and HOD Gupta ji has emphasized tree planting is a must. Tree planting is a must wherever it is possible, in terrace garden or balconies, wherever you go, tree in your green campusing, in your campus. You can think 4 years I will be there. Institution is conducting a huge fees from me. Why to bother about the greenery of campus? Friends, don't compare everything in terms of economy and benefits you are getting. Tree planting is very important. Salumarda Timmakka took, with what intention took? She earned money from tree planting. She has not earned. Why the Sundarlal Bahuguna went for Chipko Chalavali, Appiko Chalavali? No, not for any profit like that. Tree planting, it is a source of oxygen. Importance of oxygen now after COVID, many of you might have learned. Up to that one, only 1% of the community who will be in ICU earlier, they were knowing the importance of oxygen. Now the social media, we should be thankful to the social media. In the name of negative to the government or facilities or infrastructure, they are bombarded about the oxygen importance. And oxygen manufacturing also you have learned. Who are all manufacturing? Who are the agency? How much is the cylinder capacity and so many things. Tree planting, what is the value of one tree in terms of a carbon dioxide absorption and in release of oxygen? What is its contribution in reducing the global warming? Now, I told you, friends, I have produced one book published by QIP, say, University of Roorkee. Green campus of institution. Please try to do that. Principal has already advocated on your birthday, on your next overall married, on their anniversary day. If you could plant the tree, it will be benefiting for you a next generation of 20 years or 30 years. Water conservation. Go for synchronized water taps or a water tap. You have got many water taps today that which will save the water and you avoid the leakage like that. Energy conservation. Go for a LCD and go for a non-LCD bulb. Go for a non-conventional energy and put off the switches. And you may be thinking that, oh, he is telling such a childish words that we are aware of that. Friends, I will tell you that this awareness is required not only for you. You have to create awareness amongst your friends who may be literate or illiterate, amongst your family members. Public transport. In these days, it is much advocated. Don't go for your own cars, even though you are affordable. We know that you are affordable. You can each house may be having 2 cars, 3 cars because of a so-called social standard. So-called you are thinking that it is a living standard. Sorry, friends. And I am not talking about philosophy. Having a car, having a AC, having a bungalow, may not be. I don't want to talk about a philosophy, what you will take while going down after death like that. Anyhow, public transport, if you are utilizing it, is best. Rainwater harvesting. It is a need of the day to, if you recharge the water, then only you can use the water in the next generation. Very good example is Rashtrapati Bhavan, when our Honorable President Narayanan was the president. He implemented rainwater harvesting for an entire Rashtrapati Bhavan. It is not that implementing a rainwater harvesting for our 30, 40 house or 40, 60 house, not for your institution having a whatever this roof area, not that. You have to imagine the presidential palace, how much water is required for rose gardens, how much water is required for swimming pool, so many things like that. They used to draw about millions of liters of water from Yamuna every day for presidential palace. Once the rainwater is harvested and it is implemented, friends, I would proudly I am telling, so single drop of water is not drawn from Yamuna. It is entirely met from the rainwater harvesting, which is implemented to the presidential palace. Of course, Bengaluru University has also implemented. Many government institutions are also RRR, recycling, reusing, and say reduction. These three important: reusing and recycling of wastewater for irrigation, because water is a scarcity. We have produced 2 MSc engineering by research and 2 PhDs on reusing of wastewater for irrigation, including domestic waste and industrial wastewater. Whether to grow the leafy vegetable, soppugulu, ittichige, you eat the palak, you eat the mente, you eat the sabaski, like that. So to grow those things are ground, whatever this rooted vegetables you can grow. Paper conservation, use the 2 sides of a paper. And if your institution and VTU rule is there, use only one side for thesis preparation. Don't take my words. Or that speaker and the environmental day told that use the 2 sides of a paper. Whenever it is advocated, there you should use a paper conservation. Terrace gardening, organic farming. Don't go for chemical fertilizers. You go for organic farming and biological pest management. Eating organically grown food. Community garden. Not at your individual case. You participate in community garden. Many NGOs are there. In these days, Jaggi Vasudev, Sadhguru of Isha Foundation is advocating much. You have to spend at least half an hour in the soil. Half an hour in the soil, whether your own garden or in any other's garden. Don't think that you are helping the persons who have got a garden and a agricultural field that you are participating and you are helping them. No, for your good health, you have to participate in the soil cultivation and participate in Save Kaveri. Link yourself to a voluntary organization. Save Kaveri is such a movement which is initiated by so many volunteers and NGOs. In recently, Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudeva of Isha Foundation also. Save Silent Valley, save Western Ghats, Paschima Ghatta Udisi. So it is very much needed. Of course, Netravati, Bifurke, Netravati Tiruvu Yojane, for which I was one of the government consultant. The people never allowed. Of course, it is in a baby and infant stage. Participates in beach cleanup. You should be thankful to COVID. Tourism has reduced now. Whatever with money, with all the vehicles, with a noise and a music system, we used to go to a resorts, beaches, throw whatnot. Your all beer bottles or a Coca-Cola bottles, plastic bottles, leftover food material like that. No, that's why we should be thankful to COVID in some extent that tourism is stopped. Ecology is a less burden like that. Noise is stopped. Traffic jam has become less. Air is improved. In the sense, because of this, let us not wish that because of environmental protection, COVID should continue. No, sorry, friend. COVID should not continue. But our problem is, because the 240 metric tons of solid waste is produced in last 1 year due to COVID, whatever the plastic, syringes, kits, what to do with that? No, we have got a solid waste problem, disposal of the solid waste, and the waste which we are putting into a orbit, we are putting a satellites into an orbit. What happens to those satellites in the orbit? And we have got a e-waste because of the computers and this thing. And now we are getting a solid waste due to COVID. Beach cleans up, Swachha Bharat Andolan, please try to involve yourself. Very important, it is a suggestion to a lady teachers and a girl student present here or anybody, including, of course, it is why we are emphasizing it. Don't go for a fashionable and varieties, vanity bags or any show materials, or it is that Don't buy a product made from killing endangered species. Tanning industry, which will produce the belts, bags, chappals, shoes. This tanning industry, which is due to a carcasses of the animal, that is very dangerous. Try to avoid that. So inspirational stories are there. Aurovilli, you may be knowing Aurovilli, Pondicherry, this thing. They are involved in afforestation. They are involved in water conservation, wastewater treatment. Taruna Bharat Sangh. You may be knowing that Rajendra Singh. Rajendra Singh was the founder of this Taruna Bharat Singh. They have built thousands of earthen dams like that. Rava, what is this? Is a Relegaon Siddhi, Maharashtra efforts of Anna Hazare. Some of the Salamarda Timmakka is there, Sundarlal Bahuguna is there, rainwater harvesting Rashtrapati Bhavan. Because why I am telling a inspiration stories is someone should inspire you. We Indians require a person who can inspire. Now that is what we call self-reliance, and what we call Prime Minister has launched that we have to sustain on our Indian. But we Indians are very good, because that when they stopped a material for vaccines from outside countries has awarded, then we Indians, we prepared ourselves. In the sense, if the Indians are angry, then we will do anything. If the Indians are angry, we can achieve anything. That is why someone should make us angry. But very tragedy is we will not be angry so many things. So we will not be angry at all. Everything is okay. Somebody is betting. Somebody is laughing. So like that. Anyhow, we Indians, we have to learn our responsibility. And by looking at these inspirational stories, you have to learn something. You have to involve yourself in many things, so that ecology can be restored. With this one, I will come back. Any of films are there. 11th Hour is there. Leonardo DiCaprio, and whatever you will pronounce it is after all a noun. Many Faces of Madness. All these things are there in my personal library. Because of some sentiments to the environment, not sentiments means you should not be emotional. You should be realistic. With this, I will go for a screen sharing. Just wait for a minute. Sorry, friends, in the last 40 minutes or 45 minutes, I bored. Anyhow, one thing I would like to emphasize, friends. Really, I have not told anything which is not known to you. Either the pollution aspect or a law aspects or involvement measures the government is under the way. No, surely I am not emphasizing, I am not prouding, I am not patting myself. But only the thing is, I try to show things and try to induce something in your mind. I have to do my duty. Because that your institution has invited, and I have got a concern towards environment, not because that I am an environment PhD and environment MTech from IIT Roorkee. Sorry, friends, because I'm not like that. I involved myself in creating awareness with a broadcasting of many speeches in Kannada on environmental related issues, whether the acid rain, Amla Malegalu, Nirupayogi Gana Vastugalu, solid waste management, Atava Asiro Mane Parinama, greenhouse effect, and so many things, Atava e-waste, like that. Just it is my passion to create, and of course I got my good balcony garden. It is that if this is inspired for you, or 0.1% of the present in webinar, and I will be very happy. At the end, please try to save the environment. Take it seriously, and whatever you can involve yourself at your personal level or volunteer yourself, please do that one. That will say something justice to the environmental day your institution has celebrated. With this one, I will take off. And before taking off, I would sincerely thank the principal, sir, head of the Department of Civil Engineering, Gupta ji, and my good student, Sri Devi. I don't know if because of a long speech, if at all you are penalizing, don't penalize me. You have to penalize who have invited. In a later sense, I am telling, anyhow, I thank all the persons who have given me an opportunity to share my thoughts on environmental ecology restoration. And I am thankful to all the participants present in the webinar for a patient listening for the next 45 minutes or more. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, please.
Thank you so much, sir. Definitely, it is not the board session. And thank you for enlightening on the responsibilities of an individual to save the environment. Thank you so much, sir. You have did your best for reminding you. We are so glad to having here. Yes, over to Gupta, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for enlightening our students and ourselves with your vast experience. Okay, that slides tell about your experience, sir. Okay, we are very much glad to have you, sir. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and being with us, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your affectionate words. Okay.
Once the classes starts offline, okay, once we will invite you, sir. Please accept our invitation and come to our college.
So thank you, sir. Thank you. It is my pleasure. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Once again, welcome to our college, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, principal, sir. Thank you.
Okay, on this occasion, actually, some of our students did their best on their environmental day. We just want to present this here. Over to Sunny, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, one and all. Belated wishes on World Environmental Day. So, our students have planted few of the plants in their premises on the World Environmental Day. So, that is a couple of days before, even in this pandemic situation. So, I am happy to share few of the pictures. So, over to Usha, ma'am. So, this is a student from third year, Vikram Karli, from 6th C section. Again, 6th C section, Soumya. The third year student, Rutik. Again, the third year student, 6th B section, Shreyanka. Mohan Kumar from 6th C section. Chandana Gowda from 8th SEM. Srivatsa from 6th B section. And Srinivas PT from 6th B section, third year. So I thank you all the students for your contributions to the nature. Save trees, save earth. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the students who have planted trees on the Environmental Day occasion. Okay, you continue this same attitude and save the environment.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And not but not last the least, I just want to show up a video which is showing how important the environment, the trees, basically the trees. Let us have some 2 minutes video here. I just present.
The Maja Bharata video, importance of environment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ವರ್ಷ ಇರಲಾರ ನರನು ಬರೇ 100 ವರ್ಷ. ಬಿಸಿಲ ಬೇಗೆಗೆ ಬೆಂದು ಚಳಿಯ ಮಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಂದು ಕೊಳೆತ ಕಸಗೊಬ್ಬರ ತಿಂದು ಬಾಳುವ ಮರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದ ನರನ ಬದುಕಿಗಿದು ನಾಚಿಕೆ. ಇಂದು ಬೆಳೆದಿಹುದು ತಾನೆಂದು ಹೆಮ್ಮರವಾಗಿ ಬೇರ ನಿಡಿದಿಹ ಮಣ್ಣ ನಂಬಿಹುದು ಸ್ಥಿರವಾಗಿ. ಬಂದ ದಾರಿಯ ಮರೆತ ಮನುಜನೇ ನಿನಗಾಗಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿಹುದು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾಠವ ಬದುಕಿಗಾಗಿ. ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಮರಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರನೆರೆದವರಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೃಷ್ಟಾನ್ನ ಭೋಜನವ ಅದು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮರಕ್ಕೆ ಮನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಲಗಲು ನೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಂತ ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಸಂತಸವ ಬೀರುವುದು ಸಂತ ಋಷಿಗಳಿಗೂ ತನ್ನಾಶ್ರಯವ ನೀಡುವುದು. ಪಡೆಯದ ಮರವು ಕೊಡುವುದನ್ನು ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಡದಿಗೊಂದು ಹೂವ ಮುಡಿಸಿ, ಮಗುವಿಗೊಂದು ಹಣ್ಣ ತಿನಿಸಿ, ಮನೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ತೊಲೆಯನಿಟ್ಟು ಸೂರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಮರದಿಂದ, ಕೊನೆಗಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ತಿನ್ನುವ ಅನ್ನ ಬೆಂದದ್ದೂ ಮರದಿಂದ. ಬಾಳಿನುದ್ದಕ್ಕೂ ಬಲವ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮರವ ನೀನು ಸುಟ್ಟು ತಿಂದ ಋಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೀರಿಸು ಮತ್ತೆ ಗಿಡವ ನೆಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆಸಿದರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮರವನ್ನ ಸತ್ತು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮರವು ಮೆಟ್ಟಿ ಹಿಡಿಯದು ನಿನ್ನ. ಹಸಿರ ನುಳಿಸದೆ ಮನುಜನುಸಿರು ಉಳಿಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮರವ ಬೆಳೆಸದ ಮನುಜನ ಬಾಳಿಗಿದು ಒಳಿತಲ್ಲ. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರೊಂದೊಂದು ಗಿಡವ ನೆಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಪರಿಸರದ ಬದುಕಿಗೆ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. ಮನೆಗೊಂದು ಮರದಂತೆ ಊರಿಗೊಂದು ವನದಂತೆ, ಆಧುನಿಕ ಬದುಕಿಗಿದು ಸಾಲದಂತೆ. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬ ಮನುಜನಿಗೊಂದೊಂದು ಮರದಂತೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಊರಿಗೊಂದು 10 ವನದಂತೆ, ಬೆಳೆಸಿದರೆ ಪರಿಸರವ ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲ ಚಿಂತೆ.
Download. Okay, with this presentation, I hope everybody has some awareness towards the environment from this event. I just want to thank once again our principal, our HOD, and the resource person of this team. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir, for attending the program
Okay, thank you.
and addressing the students.
Yes. We can leave. We can leave now, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll
Gupta,
end
sir.
with Gupta,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining. Thank you, sir, principal, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, we'll end up the meeting. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all the students who are present.